my name is Molly, and today I'm doing my top 10 most embarrassing books I haven't read. So obviously you can tell the shelf is emptied because there are so many books that I haven't read that I'm embarrassed about. Some of them are personally, I'm just embarrassed myself that I haven't read them, and some of them are just embarrassments because so many people love them and I just haven't read them. So we're going to jump right in and get started. The first book I'm embarrassed I haven't read yet, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Everyone loves this series, and I love Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have a book talk up on that, so link will be down below if you want to check that out. But I have not read her Throne of Glass series. I got halfway through this book and I stopped because I was kind of bored and with the storyline, and I wanted to read something else. But it sounds like something I would love. So I'm going to try to reread it. I'm going to try to read it again, start it over, and hopefully I will like it. But so many people have loved it, so I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't read it yet. Next book is another popular one that I'm embarrassed about, and that is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. It seems like not everyone loves this trilogy, but a lot of people like it, and so many people have read it, and I just haven't read it yet. And I actually only recently bought this because it was there, and I was like, you know what, I have to start it. I have to try. It just sounds like something that would be very confusing and that I wouldn't like, but I decided to give it a shot anyway because so many people have loved it. So, yeah. Next one is really popular, and so many people love this trilogy, Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I actually started this one, got to page 32, and then stopped to pick up a different book. But it was okay. It was a little confusing, but I've heard that you have to get really into it. You have to get in 40 pages to really get into the story. So one day I'm just going to dedicate myself. I'm going to read this book. Maybe I'll do this for Booktubeathon. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the next book I have is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So many people love this trilogy, or at least they have a... I have her Six of Crows as well, which I did an unboxing video for, so that will be linked down below as well. But I have really wanted to read a Leigh Bardugo book. This is an ARC. It doesn't come out till September, but I have it, and so I have to read it. And I really want to read a Leigh Bardugo book. So I don't know whether I'm going to start with this or do this so I can review it before it actually comes out. I'll probably start with this one. But I'm also embarrassed that I haven't read this because so many people love it. Next one I have is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Now, this is another embarrassing read because I haven't read it and it's so popular, and I know Christine from Pulling Bananas Books loves it, and I trust her opinion because she loves a lot of great books. So it's just, I need to read it, but I haven't yet. So maybe I'll dedicate Booktubeathon to reading all my embarrassing not read them. Okay, so the next book I have is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I bought this for BookCon, to get at BookCon, so if you want to know more about this, BookCon link down below. You can watch that video and I tell you all about this book. But so many people read this, and I bought it with the intention of reading it as soon as I got it, and I started reading it. I got to there's no page number, 33, and I stopped. What does this mean, 33? I stopped because I just stopped. I don't even know why. But I've heard it's slow in the beginning and then it picks up. So I will be trying to read this. I will be attempting to read it again when I'm in the mood. Yeah, for all these books that are embarrassing, I have to be in the mood for. Otherwise, it's not like one of those books that you just pick up, read a few pages, and then stop. It's like you dedicate yourself to this book. And I haven't been in the mood to do that lately. The next book is also an ARC, but I've had it since BookCon. Again, BookCon link down below if you want to know more about it. And that is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is an ARC. It doesn't come out till October 20th. A beautiful hardcover ARC, by the way. But I just haven't had a chance to read it. And so many people are like, oh my god, it's amazing, the feels they hurt, and I'm like, but I haven't read it yet, and I want to so bad. It's just a monster. It's a big arc, and it's just, I haven't been in the mood. It takes place in space, and I just haven't been in the mood. But it's embarrassing, personally, to me, because it hasn't even come out yet, but I've had it, and so many people, and I was anticipating this too. I was highly anticipating it, and I got a copy, and I just never read it, so yeah. Okay, so the next few books I have, their last 3 books are kind of like classics in my eyes. They're not actual classics, except for maybe one of them, but they're like classics in young adult literature, and I really have to read them, but I just haven't. First book I have is The Giver by Lois Lowry. We actually read this coming year in school. They make us read it, so that's why I've been holding out on reading it. It's very short, it's very tiny, and I broke my rule. I saw the movie just because I had nothing else to watch, so I decided to watch the movie, and it was okay. I thought it would be better than it was. So that means the book is either going to be really good or really boring. Luckily it's short, and they're making us read it in school, so I've read it anyway. Next book, you're probably all going to kill me for. I know, I'm sorry. That is the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I haven't read the Percy Jackson series at all. I haven't even started it. I saw the first half of the first movie, but from everyone's reactions, I know you cannot trust the movie. But I actually thought it was, like, not too bad, but I guess reading it, like, I'm sure if you saw The Mortal Instruments without reading it, you would be like, oh, that movie's not too bad. But reading the book, you're like, oh, it's terrible. So I will be giving these a try. I might actually get the hardcover box set, so that's why I only have the first and the third. I've had the first for so long, I don't even remember how long now. It's been so long, and I just haven't picked it up. And everyone's telling me, they're like, Molly, why haven't you read Percy Jackson? You'll love Percy Jackson, Molly, just read it, just read it. And I'm very embarrassed that I haven't read it. Not personally, but to everyone else, I'm sorry. And yeah. So the last book I have is even worse than Percy Jackson, and you're all going to murder me. Please don't murder me. Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. Before you completely kill me, okay, just give me a second to explain. I have read this book. I read the first book. It's just I haven't gotten past that, and I read it in, like, the beginning of 3rd grade. So I never fully got into it. I own the whole series in hardcover, so that was good. I can just, like, not marathon because the books are ginormous, but I have the whole series to read. And I will be reading this eventually because everyone loves it so much. I don't think I've met someone that doesn't like Harry Potter, so I'm going to be reading it. And I have read this book. I just don't remember what happens because I read it so long ago, and I just never fully got into the series. So I'm going to try it again, but I'm counting it as an embarrassing have not read. But please don't murder me because I want to read all these books. So if you murder me, I won't be able to read all these books. So that is it for my most embarrassing not have read. And there are plenty more that I haven't read that I'm kind of embarrassed about, but those were just the top 10 in no particular order at all. It's just, no particular order. Towards the end, though, they got more like classic-y type thing. Look at my hair. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Oh. Okay, so let me know if you have read any of these books and you, like, give me the order I should read them in because I'm at a loss at which ones to pick up first. And yeah, probably the arcs. I'll probably pick up the arcs first because I gotta read them for review. So, Isn't my hair great today? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? What's up, girl? Okay, so as I said, I will be participating in BookTube-a-thon, so I will probably read some of these books during that time. Just dedicate myself to reading them. Some of these, or most of these, I could probably finish in a day. Like, I could get it done. I could get it done in a day, but I just need to give myself that day. I haven't done that yet. So, bear with me. Let me know your most embarrassing not have reads. And what order I should read these books in. That is it for today, and I will be coming to you with a new video soon. Bye!